Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to this episode of Two Girls, One Doc.
One Doc.
It's your girl, BD.
It is Foreign's the Foodie.
And we are back.
We're back.
With a visual episode.
Visuals.
Welcome. Yeah. We are doing a credits. Today's a credits, which are episodes where we kind of loosely discuss a documentary. Yeah,
it's always a documentary.
Yeah, anything really. Yeah. And today we are discussing a Netflix documentary, Jailbreak, Love on the Run.
Yeah.
Go on.
I've done a lot of, I think research is
a bit much.
Yeah. I've listened to like 2 different podcasts on this, and then obviously like I went down a rabbit hole with the reading. Case. Yeah. So I knew of it before watching the documentary.
I didn't know of this documentary. Of this case before watching the documentary. I didn't. I was
watching it with my sister again this morning.
Oh, was it? Yeah. I watched it twice.
And she was like, this is a very dry documentary. Bro. And I was like, yeah. Like,
it's factual.
Yeah, I think the case was a lot more salacious. Like, when I was listening to podcasts, the documentary itself was not that great.
It was kind of just like, this is what happened, which I guess more documentaries should be like, these are the facts of the case. But also I think it was the storytelling side of things, because like you can be factual and also tell an interesting story. It kind of was like 1 + 1 is 2,
and there were not enough. I guess maybe I'm wondering because when I watched Through the Fire,
Into the Fire
I don't know what about that made it more. I don't know.
I will elaborate on that in a second. Before that, though, we are drinking today.
Oh, yes.
What are we drinking? I don't know. Have a clue.
Apparently, it's a feminine cocktail.
The love of my life said, okay, you guys are recording. I'm going to make you a drink.
Did we confirm if it was sugar around the rim?
I think it's sugar.
What is it?
Is it both?
It's like a lemony sugar.
Where did he get that from? Where he got that? Oh, maybe he put the lemon in the sugar.
Oh, that's good.
Is it?
He needs to run another one.
Oh.
He needs to run another one.
Oh, that is good.
He needs to run another one.
We'll let him sleep. Oh.
You know, when he was saying I heard women like it, I was like, you sexist.
I was like, how dare you typecast me?
I would lick
Is your phone and let me stop. Is your phone there?
Yeah.
I don't know where my phone is. Can you message him and just say, hey?
What do you want me to say?
Just say, hey, are you willing? Yeah, are you willing to make another one?
Tonight. Okay.
Just say, hey, are you willing to make another cocktail?
Okay.
And see what he says. Oh.
Hey, we need more cocktail.
That is good. I don't know what is in there, but once I confirm, I'll put it in our show notes. But that is remarkable, delightful. 10/10.
He's going to be gassed.
He is. So, to your point about what was your point? Oh, Into the Fire. Okay, so with this, it was we know the facts and we're retelling the story, which I guess is the same with any with most documentaries, because you know the facts and you're retelling the story. But I think with Into the Fire, which we covered in 2 parts, I will link those episodes down below. I think with Into the Fire, it was like we were on a journey with them to discover, and then also there was the element of she was adopted and then her biological mother being there,
and the way they played it out as well was like, oh my gosh,
exactly.
This left nothing to the imagination. From the title, you knew where we were going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what it was. There wasn't much storytelling. It was just like, hey, this is what happened and this is what happened. Yeah. That's we solved it. That's the answer.
You could end the episode now.
Yeah. Okay. So next week. But yeah, no. So do you wanna?
What?
Just because obviously you know the most part. Okay, I'll say like the basic stuff, and then you can say the stuff that they didn't mention. Yeah. Because the documentary is basically about this woman called Vicky White, and she's an associate director of this jail. I think it's jail. Okay, yeah, it's jail, isn't it? Because it's that. Because prison is like, I think that's when you've been convicted, you've been sentenced. That's where you'll spend the rest of your life. Yeah, jail possibly is where you where they hold you.
Yeah, till they know.
Which is crazy.
Because you could get off on time served, which includes your jail time.
Oh, does it? So you might never
go to prison.
Because there was a bit where they were like, oh yeah, you're getting people who are like in here for attempted murder and people who are in here for parking tickets.
Yeah,
and I'm like, jail for parking tickets.
It's mad. Yeah, because that's where they're going to hold you. I guess that's the
difference between like a county jail, which is the one where like, you know, just sit on
that's where the sheriff knows you and then he's shouting at you.
Time in a county jail. Jamie Foxx, just when things started. Does anyone else remember that song? I'm an innocent man. Okay, maybe it's just me. You know, sometimes there are songs that you hear like, am I the only one that knows this song?
I saw a TikTok about this guy that had a song and he was humming it and his wife was like, oh, like, what song is that? And he was like, oh my gosh, how do you not know this song? It was really big in the 90s. And he searched and he could only find like one YouTube video about this song. And he was like, did I make this song up?
Yeah.
And then he even wrote into a podcast. They got in touch with like different executives and they were like, we don't know who this song is. Finally, years later, like he found out that the song was made by some random Swedish guy that was handing out CDs. And it somehow landed in his...
Oh,
whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's peak. I mean, that man still didn't blow after all that time.
So I don't know how you know this Jamie Foxx song.
Did my time. If you know it, please keep it in the comments because I can't
know
be the
who
only
that
one.
man is.
Sorry to that, man. But yeah, so he's in Casey White, and also their surnames are both White, and they are both white, but they are not related.
Oh, so it's
Casey White and Vicky White.
I thought that they were calling her that because he kept saying that's my wife,
but they didn't get married.
But I just thought it was out of respect. Then I was like, why would they respect
Why
him?
would they respect him?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, this is crazy that they were... Also, she just happened to be white. He just happened to be white.
I assume so. I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
I assume that they both were... It's like Smith and Smith.
This cocktail is hitting.
Already?
It's strong and sweet, and it's all that I've ever wanted.
I feel like it's not strong.
I am feeling it.
Let me try it again.
What do you want? What more do you want?
It kind of tastes a bit like medicine. Like Calpol.
Pour it in my cup if you don't want it.
No, that's not a bad thing. I used to love Calpol as a child.
Do you know what I used to love? That antibiotic they'd give you that was like yellow and banana flavour.
Like a syrup?
Yeah. Every time I was sick, I was like, Mummy, can I have that? Mum was like, it's an antibiotic.
Are you sure it was antibiotic?
It was.
Oh, I don't think I was taking antibiotics.
She was like,
back then.
it's not something you just get up and down.
That's why you are the reason for the resistance. It's because of you. Yeah. Antibiotic resistance. It's you.
I used to beg for it every time. I'd be like,
that was me and Calpol.
I used to be to doctor, like, can I have it? And they were like, hon,
bitch.
It's not how it works.
That was me and Calpol. Calpol is that girl. So sweet, so pink. She is. Full of life.
Oh, do you know what? You probably don't know. Abidac.
I don't know what the hell. I don't know who that man is.
It's a vitamin that you give babies, and it's so bitter.
Bitter.
Yeah, and then you obviously it's the one that has the syringe that you.
Oh, and you
squirt in their mouth. And I just remember that my sisters used to always cry when I'd.
Poor babes. But didn't you give them no chaser? You didn't give them no chaser.
Chaser to vitamin.
Yeah, Ribena.
No, I'm not giving my kids Ribena. You know.
Well, I'm not this Jamie Oliver version.
Okay, that is not the reason I'm not giving it to them. I'm not giving it to them because it's full of sugar. Okay. You want the sugar full.
Fair. So I actually don't want my children to, because I am addicted. I have to actually honestly say
I'm addicted to you.
Yeah.
Do you know that song?
I don't know that song actually.
Cassie. No, and Ryan Leslie. Started off with the kiss. Never expecting this. Now I'm here coping with my addiction.
I don't know that song.
If you know that song, please let us know.
Maybe if I hear it.
This one, I can't believe you don't know.
I don't know.
It's not like your obscure Jamie Foxx song that you made up. This is a real song.
Sorry, Jamie Foxx, is a talented individual. There is nothing that man cannot do besides, obviously, date black. Yeah. I just think, that
was the reason why Dreamgirls never made sense to me. Because ain't no way he's going from one black woman to another.
No, but it wasn't him. It was his character.
Either way.
You have to separate.
Either way, they should have picked someone else because it didn't make sense.
No, but he's so talented. That guy is so talented.
Yeah, he is.
And he just seems like such good vibes, honestly. Very talented man.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I don't know him. Listen, I don't vouch for no celebrity.
He does seem like good vibes, but obviously it will always be capped because you don't date black.
Okay, fine, yeah, fair. But yeah, very talented man, and that song was not random. I just cannot remember how I know it. Okay?
I don't know how you know it.
So these two whites, basically the whole point of this documentary is that literally whites and whites, they escape. No, not they, because she obviously is free.
Facilitates it.
Yeah, she facilitates his escape.
Yeah.
This guy's in there for attempted murder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is everyone okay? Not just attempted murder. He didn't try and kill another man. He tried to kill his ex, I assume, girlfriend.
And this is why, so I watched this documentary twice, and the first time I watched it with my husband, and he was like, you know what? I don't even like this. It's exploitative because it's just a sad story. This woman was obviously a very sad woman.
Lonely.
And I agree, because there's no depths of whatever that would make sense for you to decide that the person you want to spend the rest of your life with is somebody who is in prison for attempted murder against a woman
and domestic violence charges against women.
And this is a woman that they are intimate partners with.
Yeah.
So it's not even like, it's a woman on the road.
And also, So she's been doing this job for a long time.
So you've seen all sorts.
Exactly. You've seen all sorts.
And the man was not fine.
Thank you. He was tall. Okay.
He was no Ben Affleck, no Channing Tatum.
No, he wasn't.
Because if it was Ben Affleck, yeah, I'm breaking him out. We'll tiff two. But Channing Tatum has become extremely attractive to me recently.
Why? What changed?
I don't know what it is.
It's because Magic Mike was cringe.
Yes.
So you probably associated.
I fancied him in Step Up.
Step Up.
And then I got Magic Mike. I was like, this is gross.
Yeah, very cringe.
And also he's bummy, and it's like 2 movies where you're bumming. And then recently I'm like, no, like, I mean, I kind of found him cringe in Deadpool because he had that accent.
Was he in that?
Have you watched
the new one?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. That's why.
He has a Cajun accent.
Oh.
And it's just like, I know you.
What a choice.
Yeah. But it's the character. But you need to see it.
Okay.
And then, like,
does it make sense with the character?
Yeah.
So then why are you not attracted? Was it bad?
The whole premise of the character is this pretty boy with a Cajun accent. And it's like, it's cringe. And then, funny enough, on TikTok, this guy...
Sorry to all the pretty boys out there with Cajun accents.
And then this guy on TikTok came up because I was Googling, like, the Cajun accent because I've never heard it before.
Yeah.
And I found this guy keeps coming up, and it sounds exactly like how Channing Tatum comes up. Yeah, so obviously it's accurate. But no, literally, I find him so attractive now. I don't know if it's because he's dating black. I know she's mixed race, but...
Who's he dating?
Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, I was going to say Saldana, but that was wrong. The wrong Zoe. Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's dating black, and he just looks good. And then there's this movie he's in that she directed, and I think he's like a psychopath, and he's just got like...
So when he was a psychopath, you were attracted to him?
It's just like James McAvoy.
Oh, is he the Split one?
Yeah.
I went to see... There's something really like nice about him.
And he's got like a Scottish accent.
Yeah, I love the Scottish accent. Do you know what? I love the Scottish accent. I love the Irish accent. I love the Welsh accent.
Do you know what's so funny about
I love Newcastle. So the Northerners...
No, not Newcastle.
No, I love the Newcastle accent. No. Okay, I hear it. You have Scottish. You have Scotland.
That's it.
Do you
know what's so funny about the Choke Me Daddy thing? I did a walk, like a charity walk with my mum.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Really
did your mum and dad do it as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're walking past this people who are doing the walk, and she was talking about like, being choked out during sex. And mum was like, I don't understand people that are like that. It makes no sense.
So how close together were you, and how?
No, because it's obviously it's a massive group, and then we were trying to overtake them.
It's a different pace.
Yeah, we walked past, but obviously you hear.
Yeah.
I just want to send people that like that. It doesn't make any sense. I was like, this makes no sense.
Yeah,
why would
I don't
you
understand
like
it. Meanwhile,
no, but he is a fine man.
Yeah, great actor as well.
Yeah, and James, like I was saying, I watched his latest movie,
which is what?
See No Evil. And
oh my god, is that the camera with the camera?
Oh,
there's this movie that's out recently, and the poster is like a camera. Is it See No Evil? Let me Google it. Because there's what is it about? What's it about?
They go on holiday, and then they befriend a couple, and they invite the couple to come and stay with them.
Okay, no, I'm not thinking of that.
I don't know what you're watching.
I don't know. I'll find it later. Also, there's this again. Did I imagine this? Did I hear about it? Did I dream it? I don't know. But basically, there's like a concert, and then there's a movie, and there's a concert.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That's a real movie.
Yeah.
Should we go and watch it? But I'm scared that what if it's scary? What if it's scary?
Grow up.
Are you going to take me home?
No.
I want to watch it, but like maybe in the comfort of my home.
Anyways.
But that movie exists, right?
Yes. Where he's the...
Okay, should we say, just for the people listening, so there's a concert, and basically the police are there, and they're like...
Because they believe the serial killer's there.
There's a serial killer there. Yeah, exactly. And then like...
It already says it in the trailer that it's him.
Yeah, no, but it's not that. Yeah.
But
then he finds out that the police are there, right?
Yeah.
So he knows that the police are there.
He finds out.
Okay.
What I find crazy is that James McAvoy is always acting.
Is he in that movie?
No.
Oh, okay.
But he's always acting some sort of psychopath.
Yeah, we should be concerned, no?
But he's sexy. He is built like a tank in this movie. Came out with his like and I was like...
Well, he was a bad person in this movie as well.
Again, of course. My mouth literally is watering.
Salivating, God. Between the cocktail and the cock.
He was sweaty, and then he was...
Okay, let's get back to this documentary, because the people are like, why did I come here?
I say all this to say,
this
guy was not that. That was where we got to. He was not that.
Because it was like, why did you do this for some guy? The most basic of guys. Okay, the only thing extraordinary about him, besides his violence, is his height. He was like 6'5" or something.
Yeah.
But still, like I can't just carry you. Like I know people like to think, people like to think like, oh yeah, tall guys have it easier. Okay, cool, you're up 3 points. I get it because you're tall, yeah. But like you have to have other things.
You have to be given something else.
And this guy, you're already the +3 for your height is already -5 because of your history of domestic violence. So what was it about him that made you?
I don't know why she did it.
And she also thought that she was, because there was hours and hours and hours of phone calls that they had showing like phone calls that them two were having and stuff. And she had like a burner phone. She really thought she was doing something with the burner phone.
The sex conversations were disgusting.
Disgusting. And you know what? We probably only heard like the tame
snippet. They must have gone, and they were shagging in the jail.
That's disgusting.
And people like, the first thing the documentary said is that jail smelled like BO and 2 packs of ass. Why that's an environment you'd want to shag in, I don't know. Someone who obviously probably isn't even washing that well because they're in jail.
Bro.
And he was a drug addict. Meth.
Yeah.
And amphetamines.
And they were saying they were saying that like they were doing drugs in the jail. I'm like, how are they getting them there?
People sneaking up their moochie. Whatever happened to that guy?
How is that guy?
I hope he's well.
I went on Instagram to look for him maybe like a few months ago, and he was fine.
You found him?
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Oh, damn.
I had to really think. I think I typed Munchie into Google until I found what his thing was. But yeah, he looks the same.
That's good.
The internet is so funny because influencers have been around long enough now for us to like have forgot them.
And then
he's got wife and kids now, isn't he?
Yeah, and what was the other guy who was like dark skin?
Yeah, no, the one who went missing for time.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see his face in my head right now. He went missing for time. Then when he came back, like bare people in his family had died. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And he was like, he couldn't sleep for ages because basically he was sleeping and his phone, he had bare missed calls saying that I think his cousin had died or someone had died in his family. What was his name? I can literally see his face in my head.
Wasn't that King something?
He was like OG. You're thinking of Kingsley, the gay one.
King Von, maybe I'm thinking of, I don't know. He was OG, and him and Jeremy Levine did a video together.
Yeah, them two. Jeremy Levine used to make me laugh so much back in the day. So
much.
Them OG like YouTubers, man.
Yeah, they need their flowers.
They do, because they were doing it for the love of it. And then money came and I was like, great, you deserve. Obviously, not that new people don't deserve, but it was different. It was just different. Like we've been alive long enough that now there's OG YouTubers. Yeah. What the hell? Insane. But yeah. Long story short, like Vicky allows this guy to escape, and the documentary is just.
She doesn't allow. She facilitates.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
She orchestrates.
Yeah, she orchestrates. Yeah, she plans because she's
sells
dying.
Her shit.
Yeah.
To run off into the sunshine.
And this is someone who is so by the book, straight arrow.
She was the director. She was the one that
telling people off for doing the thing wrong
and doing everything by the book, procedure, blah blah blah.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy actually.
But basically, they run off. They don't get very far.
Yeah, it's true. They get like a couple of states over.
Which is like, in that time, you should be very methodical. Like, you should have a plan of how you're going to leave to get to Mexico.
They said that basically Vicky was really like smart and, you know, whatever. But then Casey was like street smart, but not very like intelligent. So when it came to like the street smart, so there's one bit where basically they move from one car to another car, like in order to not get caught and stuff. It's that orange car. And you can see that they tried to spray paint it green. And I'm just like, are you dumb or are you stupid?
It's both.
Because literally, like, it's just, you know, the bit over the wheel, that bit is what they managed to spray paint.
Oh, that's so inconspicuous.
And it looked spray painted. So it's like, what was you guys
to be fair, they should have just gone a black car.
Yeah, a black sedan. They should have, yeah. But they didn't get far at all.
They didn't, and you should have had a plan for how you would get to Mexico in 5 days. At best.
Because they were on the run for like a week.
11 days.
For 11 days.
In 11 days, you were still...
You people...
How much sex were you having? You should have had a plan to get across to Mexico within that time.
Yeah.
Fake passports, everything.
But that wasn't their plan. They wanted to live in the wilderness.
Well, they were stupid.
Well, yeah, they were dumb. Their plan was to live in the wilderness and be alone by themselves. I'm like, you people, if this is love, I don't want it.
This is
because
not
Disney. Why? No, for real. Because what was your what was your long term plan? What was the
for real? If this is love, count me out.
Count me out. Sign me down.
Down.
Sign me down, motherfucker. Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately,
so they find them.
Yeah, but do you think? Okay, you say it because I wanted to ask you something.
Okay, so they find them in like a motel and stuff, and then they clock that they've been found. The chase begins, and during the course of this chase there is a car crash in which Vicky dies, but Casey doesn't die. But Vicky, so at first, when I first watched it, I completely missed this bit because I was distracted. Yeah, and when I watched it again, it was that she died, but when the car crashed, there was then like a gunshot. So she died of a gunshot wound. They call it a self-inflicted gunshot wound. So it's not necessarily that she like died by suicide.
Okay, yeah.
So it's kind of like it was self-inflicted. So she shot the gun, but is it that she was in the car, there was a crash and it went off?
I think
or
that's
is it that
what happened. Because even listening to the audio, she was afraid that they were going to die in the car crash.
Yeah, because she was like,
so obviously she wasn't in that headspace. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. I think she had the gun and then it went off.
But they were trying to make it like, oh, she knew how bad it would be if she had to go to prison. So
I think people are trying to rationalize it.
Yeah, and I just feel like there's just in that environment or that situation, like there's so many things going through your mind. I doubt that you are like of sound mind to be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna end it now. I don't know, or maybe you I don't know.
I agree with you. But I must say though, I do think through all they both. Well, I think he loved her.
Oh, do you?
You don't think so?
I don't know. I don't know. I think that he maybe loved, because was it not one of the women that she worked with that was like, oh, he tried it with her, or was that another prisoner who basically was like, oh, hey, like tried to flatter her or something, and she was just
another
like,
prisoner.
oh, maybe, yeah, I don't know.
I thought he loved her because they were together for 11 days. If he was just using her to get out, he would have unalived her in that time. No,
but he needed her.
Yeah, but he had the access to the money, he had the access to the car. He could have taken that and gone off.
Maybe. I mean, yeah.
And even when they caught him, he was like, check on my wife.
Yeah, true. And
he had no reason to be so sincere when the producers called him, because she's since died and he's in prison for life.
Yeah.
But he seemed...
Yeah, maybe he did. But I just feel like if you love someone, why would you put them in that position?
But
maybe he loved her, but he loved himself more.
But what position you talking about? The position of them being together?
No, for her. Like, you know what the consequences would be for her.
But they're also seen as they're going to be together.
Yeah, and
I romanticize things a lot.
Yeah, we know.
But if I really loved someone, what would we think about as being with them?
Yeah, maybe.
You're not going to stop and think about all the consequences.
And I guess they didn't think that them getting caught wasn't in their minds.
And also on top of that, it was this or nothing, because he was going to go in for life.
Yeah, it's true. At least now they actually got to like...
Yeah, he gave 11 days. Like, because if... Literally, it's not like, oh, he was in for a year, then you say, okay, wait till the year goes, and then after that...
Yeah, it's true.
He was in for life.
Yeah, it's true. He was facing, like, hella years, yeah.
So what was what was she going to do?
He had nothing to lose, is what I'm saying, but she had everything to lose, and she lost everything. She lost her life.
She paid the ultimate price.
The ultimate price. So it's just kind of like, okay, well, now you can't even call her and do sexting, or whatever. You can't even do that now. So what was it all for?
Can't even get someone to put money on your books.
You can't even get... And his roommate must be pissed.
Yeah.
Because, like, now I'm not getting free Indomie.
Yeah, because she was paying for, like, all of the...
Bro. But, yeah, I felt sorry for Vicky because she'd been through a lot. Like, even with previous marriages. Like, one guy she married got divorced. The other guy she was engaged to, he died.
I do think she had kids, but I can't remember.
Oh, did she?
I think so.
They didn't say in the documentary. But
they didn't say in the documentary, but I think she did, if I remember correctly from the podcast.
Mad.
So she lived a difficult life.
Yeah, I.
But this is what happens, though. And I think it's why it's important to have community. I mean, I guess no matter how much community you have,
they were like besties in that prison. Yeah, but so they say in it.
Exactly, and it's easy to say that when the person's gone, but like, I don't know, because I mean, I guess no matter how much community you have, we're human beings. We want that intimate. Relationship, but you can
that
see,
kind of relationship is different to all the other relationships.
Because you can see how she got to where she got to.
Yeah, she was so conniving though. She'll go and do her shop, and then she'll buy one piece of camping equipment at a time. For years, she was not years. That's dramatic. For months, she was collecting little bits here and there.
I just think she had a plan and she executed it well.
It's conniving when, okay, imagine you and I talk every day. We see each other all the time.
I'm not going to tell you that shit, though.
We're talking. And then next thing you see me on the news, oh, BD has done some crazy shit.
But if it's in a workplace, the way I liken it to is when you're in a workplace, I'm going to tell them you're interviewing. You're going to come day one day and resign.
Was she going for another job, or was she going to end her life?
That's not the thing. And also, that's not the thing you share with people, though.
No, but
because know.
I'm not saying that you share it with people, but it makes you conniving because you knew. You were looking at me talking about, oh yeah, I'm retiring. When you were selling all your shit, people aren't dumb. People are like, wow, are you sick? Someone asked her, like, are you dying? Like, foreshadowing. They were like, "Are you dying? Like, what's going on? Like, why are you selling all your stuff?" And you know why you're doing that, and you're not saying why you're doing that.
Yeah,
come on, man. Like, that's crazy. That's insane. That's why they all feel betrayed.
Come on, Whitney.
Chelsea, come on, man.
Chelsea.
You're thinking of Whitney. Come get your man. That's what you're thinking. You combine the two.
Yeah, no, it's a crying shame it went out like that. And either way, he's still living his life. whatever life.
I mean, the quality is down,
but he's living it.
He's living it. Yeah, it's true. And he probably has a new.
And that's what I'm saying. You can easily find a new pen pal wife to marry, and you've given up your life for what?
Crying shame. So sad. Sad situation.
I mean, I feel like the documentary, I think I'd more advise people to listen to a podcast.
How would you have told the story if you were making a documentary about it? Like, what angle would you have come from?
Interesting.
Right? Because really and truly, there
aren't many angles.
This is what I'm saying. Because it's like, with the other story, it's like, okay, who done it sort of thing.
And
what happened to her?
If other people don't want to be involved, because it didn't seem like her family or anything was involved. So you're limited
in how you tell the story. It's kind of just like, all you can really say is, you know, because you can't say, oh, Casey escaped. I mean, I guess you could go from, okay, an inmate escaped, he's done this and this is his story.
But either way, quickly you're going to get to,
because we have to get to how. And it's like, you can't really even say, oh, did he escape like this? You can't go option A, option B, option C, and then we settle on option B.
It's kind of like, I was watching the Lace Peterson thing on Netflix.
Oh, I haven't seen it. Is it good?
Yeah, but it's like, it's done and it's done and it's done.
Yeah.
And not to say that I think it's important to have these conversations, but it's kind of like the Madeleine McCann thing to me now. Like, we've seen all the
Zodiac. There's another Zodiac documentary.
Yeah,
like, this man did horrible things. Like, where do we go from here?
We know this.
Yeah, where do we go from here? Like, I guess it's only when I see people's like families or victims' families involved in documentaries, I think, okay, cool. Like, I guess they want to get the word out. There's something they want to say.
They've been involved in something.
Yeah. So sorry, you were saying you were watching the Scott Peterson.
Yeah, and it's like, it wasn't boring because obviously, but it's like, okay, there's no other way to tell the story. You know what I mean? How else do you go about this? But I guess
with that one is, did he or didn't he? Do you get what I mean? So it's a case of, okay, we present this side.
But I guess we all know he did. Same with like that guy, the one that the other family annihilator.
Oh yeah, I can see Chris Watts.
Yes. Again, watching that documentary, it wasn't like it's like, we know
that one when it was more so a case of like, we have body cam footage, that's new because now we actually see things, and then it's like seeing it from the friend's point of view, the friend kind of being like, do you know? Whereas with this documentary, it's like, how else could the story have been told?
Yeah, I agree. I think they did what they could.
Yeah, and the story was told, and you know, I guess it's supposed to be enough, like shocking enough that why would you do that? As a subject
matter, yeah.
I guess maybe they could have like delved deeper into her, what drove her to this point. But again, like you said, because it didn't seem like her family or people close to her, because really all we got was people that she worked with. So it was all really centered. Maybe that's why it was boring. It was all really centered around the jail and work and all this stuff, as opposed to
no work-life balance.
Yeah, none. Work was life.
Yeah,
work was life. No balance.
That's why it was kind of a myopic view.
Yeah.
Even that guy that was like, oh, she committed a crime, I'm gonna get her.
His ego was butthurt, fam.
I think so. My husband was like, what the fuck is this? Like, it's not about you. This woman is obviously like going through, it's a sad story. Like, what do you mean you're gonna put her in handcuffs and you're gonna be the one to do it? Like,
it's that he just felt dumb, which I guess, of course you feel dumb because this person is like right under your nose, and you feel betrayed because I guess she betrayed not really you personally, but the system. Yeah. So I get why you feel away, but like still, like, do you know what I mean? It's actually not about you. It's actually not about you.
Yeah.
But he probably was just getting like shit from the higher ups.
Yeah.
Like, how could this happen under your watch? Da, 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 da.
And how could you not know? Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no, for real though, how could they not know? Like all the protocol, someone who is like hammering in protocol to people is not obeying it.
Talking about it, there were so many telltale signs.
Yeah.
He wouldn't go out to yard. A lot of the inmates knew. They just kept it quiet because
they were benefiting. Yeah.
People were wondering why XYZ. There was a day she took him out and
they did like a test run, like a dry run. Yeah.
It was that place was. They were free as a bird. Like, please, you did drop the ball, 100%.
Yeah. This is so good. But yeah, I think it's an interesting. Not interesting. It's a story. It's good, isn't it?
It's so good.
I know. I need to get another one. I have a lemon seed though. That's the critique I'm going to give him, because why is there a lemon seed in there?
I'm just checking if he's responded to know if there'll be more. No.
Not even airing us. But
so
yeah,
sad.
so I mean, if you haven't seen it on Netflix and you want to, then you should. Maybe you can you're right there.
No, I'm going to get every last drop.
Maybe you can let us know which podcast, and I can put them in the show notes later if you want to listen to the podcasts. Is there anything else that you read that wasn't in the documentary?
No.
Okay,
We got it.
we got it. But yeah,
She got it.
Miss Quad, she got it. So Friends has finally started watching Married to Medicine.
I was
Welcome.
going to ask you how much it tonight.
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
I literally watch it. So I'm still on like season 2. Have you started Married at First Sight?
I'm...
And how tied are you to watching it with your husband? Is it like he'll be upset if you watch it about him?
No.
Okay, so let's watch it then.
But you have to start where I am.
Yeah, I am. Because I've been wanting to. Okay, so if you listen to this podcast long enough, you will know that like I get onto Friends a lot about not watching shows that I want her to watch, and she does the same to me, right? And so she decided that she was going to start watching Married to Medicine, and I said, wow, I cannot believe our friendship is going to reach new heights. Okay, and so Married at First Sight UK came out, and that's a show that she loves and always talks about. But I've
and
never,
90 Day Fiancé.
Yes, and I've never really watched that one yet. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get ahead of the game here. I'm going to start watching this show so that when inevitably she comes to be like, oh my God, maths, I'm going to be like, yeah, and I'll know,
Okay.
Cool. So then I go to her, I was like, oh, have you watched maths? And she said, no, she hasn't. And I was like, okay, well, obviously, like, do you know what I mean? Do you, I love you, Married to Medicine and that. But can you, so we can...
Okay, let's watch maths.
So we'll watch maths.
Okay, we'll watch it from where I am.
Quick maths. But yeah, next, okay, I'm going to go on our thing because I feel like...
I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, it's all a bit up in the air at the moment. Do you know what I mean, guys?
Should we leave it at this point?
Should we? But, oh no, actually, we're taking a break.
Next, we're taking a break.
Next week, there will be no episode. And that's because we are going to enjoy our lives.
Going on hollybobs.
We're going on hollybobs. Not together, separately, but together in spirit. Yeah. We're going to be on the beach drinking mimosas. We're going to be living our bestest lives.
Whatever the fuck this is.
Whatever the fuck this is, yeah. It is something. I'm going to find out what it is.
Wake him up. I don't care if he's sick as a dog. He needs to make me another. Literally.
So yeah, there's gonna be a thingy next week. But after that, we are doing. So you know that one I sent you.
I think we should wait because we might not be tied to it. Something might happen and something else comes up.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And leave it as a surprise.
That's true.
It's a long time.
That's true.
Anything.
And if between now and when this comes out, we've decided, then there will be a trailer at the end.
Yeah.
If not, then
take
it's a
it as
surprise.
you see it.
But in life, like surprises, it's full of them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So let's
embrace them when they come.
Embrace them when they come. In the meantime, between time, you can find us everywhere. If you miss us during this break, there are many episodes for you to watch. I would recommend. It's another one of them ones where I started the sentence and I didn't actually have an ending to it.
Scott.
Yeah. I'd recommend many episodes. In fact, I'll put some in the show notes for you to discover. But yeah, you can find us everywhere, or go on our TikTok and just watch us chatting shit. 2 Girls 1 Doc podcast on TikTok, 2 Girls 1 Doc everywhere else, and 2girls1doc@gmail.com if you would like to send us any requests or anything. If you're listening on Spotify, please can you rate us 5 stars? Apple, same thing, everywhere. Spotify, I think you can comment. Everywhere else you can leave a review. Please do that if you enjoyed this episode, and share with someone. Someone. Anyone.
Yeah. Where can the people then find you? Got like a frog in my throat now.
I'm on Instagram, BD on eyewear, and TikTok, BD.mp4, and you are on everywhere.
Four ends the foodie.
4 ends the motherfucking foodie.
Except for X, because I'll never come back.
Oh yeah. Do you know what? Twitter to me is just find the funny and scroll on otherwise.
I think what I see via our Twitter, I see the funnies and I don't have to see the crazies. So.
And I do a lot of blocking, like preemptive blocking on Twitter now.
I blocked Elon Musk on ours.
Oh,
kept
great.
coming up.
Yeah, I do. I block, or if I see someone, or if I see a tweet and then I see a comment that I think is a bit, I just block.
Yeah.
Because if you said that, you said something else, and we'll say something else that'll piss me off. So it's like, why expose myself? Do you know what I mean? So
it's just an app I don't see the benefit of anymore. But
yeah, TikTok is really where it's at.
Yeah.
But TikTok I find sometimes to be overwhelming. Like I didn't go on TikTok for like a week, and when I came back, there were so many messages.
I've seen the dramas of the woman who thought there was a ghost in the house.
Bro, I saw that on Twitter.
Okay, we will discuss that when we come back, because by then they would have found. Yeah.
No, that's insane. The rug, and the thing is, the fact that wasn't her first thought, I was like, are you insane? The first thing I would think if there's a rug rolled up under a tree in my garden is that there is somebody in there.
Yes.
But she didn't think that.
What did she think?
People on TikTok that were like, bro, call the police.
Yeah. But you might think someone's dumped a rug. I wouldn't think.
Why would someone bury a rug underground?
It's a burying, yeah.
It's buried. It was rolled up and buried.
Yeah. Something
in milky and clean. And then her laptop, I was like, instead of you to rebuke and bind.
But what do you think that caused the disruption in her?
The laptop? I don't have a clue. This is not my principality, okay? This is not my realm.
It could have been the ghost telling her, help find me.
Yeah, well, the ghost told her she didn't hear. It's TikTok that told her. The TikTok heard the ghost and was like, bro.
Because that laptop thing didn't make a lick of sense.
No sense whatsoever. No sense. And when she said that the doors were shut and there was no dogs and stuff, like, guys, if I can find the TikToks, I will link them down below, because you might be listening to this.
Her
thinking,
name's like
what
Katie Santi or something like that.
I'll put it in the notes. But yeah, bro, insane.
Yeah, I know I'm a spooky bitch, but I don't want anything like that to ever happen to me. I'm not mentally built for that kind of thing.
Especially if you bought a house, because now you're here.
What?
You can't even just pick up your stuff and leave and say.
And now you put it all over TikTok. You can't sell it. Who's buying?
Also, I wouldn't put it on TikTok because not everyone knows where I live. That's a bit wild, no? Even, do you know what I also don't like? You know when news crews, that something happens in a neighborhood and the news crews will speak to the neighbor, and I'm like, so not everyone knows where you live also.
Yeah. That's why in the Lace Peterson thing, some of the new neighbors didn't want to be identified.
Yeah, don't.
Because I was like, I'm not trying to be all up.
Not everyone knows where you live.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not a bit of me. But yeah, cool. Well, it's been real.
Very real.
We've been around the world, and I. Anyway, we're gonna have a great holiday. So wish us happy holidays.
Wish us happy holidays.
And we'll be back before you can say tickety boo.
Tickety boo. All right. Toodles.
Bye. Wow. And the way I was like, oh, don't worry about it, it's fine, I'll just buy wine.
And the way I looked at it, and I was like, it looks like just like he put brown liquor. Like a nigger. Yeah. No, he probably was like, yeah, I want to make, because I was like, oh, I need to show you what I was going to show you, because my sister bought me this thing. It's like a cocktail set thing. I was sad one day and she sent it to my house, yeah. And like, and maybe the next time we do a visual, we'll use it. My mum was like, oh, let's have it together. And I was like, no, sorry. Ain't got shit to do with you.
This has been allocated already to the purposes. It's good. Can you relax? We need to make it through the...
Sorry.
Girl.
Damn. A bitch can't enjoy.